More fish. For a while after the shiny fish was thrown back, the sea grew quiet. No dazzling offers arrived. No urgent promises. No glittering strangers waving treasure maps. The circus went on with its real work. Tools were repaired. Schedules were kept. Parts were ordered. Machines were brought back to life piece by piece. The wizard continued writing. Anne continued anchoring. The lantern remained on the table. History, legend, metaphor. And the wizard began to understand something that fishermen learn early. Sometimes the sea tests your patience. After it tests your wisdom. A different kind of bite. Then one morning, it happened. Not with fireworks. Not with urgency. Not with flashing silver. It arrived quietly. A message. Simple. Clear. Almost plain. The wizard read it once. Then again. There was no demand. No rush. No dramatic promise of instant fortune. Just a respectful introduction. A person who had followed the wizard's work. A small organization with a real project. A request for conversation. A proposal with specifics. The wizard blinked. It didn't sparkle. It didn't shout. It felt solid. Like weight on the line, not glitter. He felt the old instinct to reel fast, then smiled. No, lantern first. The circus comes close. He called the circus again. Not because he was afraid, but because this was the new way. Community discernment. Anne sat beside him. The staff gathered. The wizard placed the offer on the table. "All right," he said softly. "Let's see what kind of fish this is." They nodded. The lantern was lit. History first column. History. They asked, "Is this real?" The wizard checked names. The organization existed. The people had records. The project had context. There were no missing shadows. No faceless titles. No fog. Everything was accountable. One of the staff members murmured, "That's refreshing." The wizard nodded. Real people leave real footprints. Legend second column. Legend. They asked, "Is this wrapped in mystery?" The wizard read again. No secret bloodlines. No ancient relics. No urgent cosmic claims. No promise of impossible returns. Just honest work, a facility, a partnership, a practical step forward. Anne smiled. "This one isn't trying to hypnotize you." The wizard chuckled. "No, it's not singing a siren song." Metaphor third column. Metaphor. They asked, "What does this mean beneath the surface?" The wizard grew quiet. Then he said, "This feels like provision." The circus listened. "This feels like the universe saying." He paused. "Now that you can throw back the shiny fish, here is one you can actually eat." The room laughed softly, but the laughter held reverence, because they understood. This was not about greed. This was about alignment, ethics, timing, trust. The honest catch reveals itself. The wizard looked deeper. The offer did not ask him to abandon his values. It did not ask him to rush. It did not ask him to hide. It asked him to build, to collaborate, to serve something real. One of the younger helpers whispered, "It's almost boring." The wizard smiled warmly. "Yes," he leaned back. "The honest catch often is." Anne nodded. "The truth rarely needs decoration." The wizard's eyes softened. He realized the shiny fish always came with adrenaline. The honest fish came with peace. The wizard's hands. Remember, for a moment, he was a boy again. On the Florida coast, fishing with his father. The difference between a dangerous catch and a nourishing one. His father had always said, "Son, the good ones don't always fight the hardest. Sometimes they just come steady." The wizard exhaled. Steady. That was the word. This opportunity was steady. Not a storm. Not a spectacle. A step. The circus celebrates quietly. There was no shouting, no champagne, no wild declarations, just a quiet joy spreading through the room like sunrise. One of the staff members said, "This feels right." Another nodded. "It feels earned." Anne touched the wizard's hand. "This is what happens," she whispered, "when you honor discernment, when you refuse the hooks, when you fish with patience." The wizard swallowed. Yes, he looked at his circus, his people, his anchor, his lantern, and he realized this was the real treasure. Not a mythic vault, not Atlantis, not secret gold, but honest partnership, ethical work, shared light. The wizard writes the final line. That evening, in the Library of Symbols, the wizard added a new entry. The honest catch arrives quietly, carries no urgency, requires no compromise, feeds the mission, strengthens the community, brings peace, not frenzy. He underlined it once. Then he closed the book. Outside, the sea continued. Offers would always swim. Legends would always glitter. But now, the wizard knew. The lantern worked, and the circus was ready. Closing, Anne kissed his forehead gently. "You see?" she whispered. The wizard smiled. "Yes, the sea is still full of fish." He looked toward the horizon. "But now, we know what we're fishing for." And together, in the quiet house of symbols and love, the wizard and the circus prepared for the next true voyage. God bless you, Robert.